an item you have interest in, write it down, and you can always go to WRBIRadio.com and click on Dial the Deal.
812-934-5112 for Dial the Deal.
Dial it up, don't let it wait. Deals so good they can't escape. Pick up the phone, make it great. Dial a deal, dial it now. Big savings will show you how. Dial a deal, make it real. Best bargains on the wheel. Dial a deal, make it real. Best bargains on the wheel.
On a foggy Tuesday morning.
It's very foggy.
Be careful out there. Dense fog advisory till 10 this morning. I know you came much later than I did. It looks like it probably still foggy for your journey in too.
Oh, I get here at 8 and it was...
Well,
so,
in theory.
I was here before 8 today.
Yeah.
There was, so like 7:45, I was on the interstate at the New Point exit. You didn't even have a quarter-mile visibility.
Wow.
It was bad.
So hopefully that'll lift soon. It'll be a mostly sunny day up to 80 degrees. And Dial a Deal open for business. 812-934-5112. In the mailbag today, we have someone selling propane heaters. 2 Dura-Heat upright 50 to 200,000 BTU heaters, $80 a piece, and 3 Mr. Heater Cannon style heaters, 75 to 125,000 BTU, $75 each for those. You can call them and find out more about them at 212-9300, 212-9300. And in the mailbag today, someone giving away a king-size 4-poster brass bed with frame. Well, I mean, that's all they're allowed to sell.
Well, like a lot of times with brass beds, you'll just get the head and the footboard. This has the rail, like all the other pieces. Like you could use it, not just decorate with it.
Located in Blooming Grove, they are at 765-265-1287. Of course, you can't sell bedding on Dial a Deal.
Right.
That's what I was saying. 765-265-1287. WRBI Dial a Deal, you're on the air.
Yes, I have for sale a leaf blower with a dolly. It's a Home Light 25cc engine. It was very seldom used. I also have a joiner planer. It's the 4 1/8 inch blades. An AMT. It has an extra set of blades with it. It almost looks like brand new. I got it mounted on a workbench and it goes with it. I also have another joiner that's a 4 1/2 inch blade. It's a Sears and Roebuck. It was made in 1948, and it's in good condition. The phone number is 212-7269.
All right, sir, good luck to you. He's got a Home Light. This is the season for this, by the way. A Home Light 25cc leaf blower with dolly. Also, those leaves will all be on the ground pretty soon. They've already started going.
Yeah.
Also a couple of joiners, a joiner planer with a 4 1/4 inch blade and an extra set of blades, and then one that's mounted on a workbench. One of these, I don't remember which one. The other one's a 4 1/2 inch blade, a Sears joiner from 1948. You can call them at 212-7269. That was 212-7269. WRBI, Dial a Deal. Go ahead, please.
I got a tractor mount tiller. It's 8 inch. It's bush hog. Name is. It's 812-212-7639.
All right, thank you. I got most of that, I think. I'll repeat that after we take this call. WRBI Dial a Deal.
Yes, this is Paul Cassins. I have a 18-horse Cub Cadet with a 42-inch deck for sale, and a 2-wheel nice big trailer, and a homemade lawn roller for sale. I want $650 for the Cub, and I want $125 for the trailer and $20 for the roller.
All right.
And it can be, I'll be home after 5 tonight. be around 5:30 by the time I get home.
All right. Thank you.
And my phone number is area code 812-663-4903 or 593.
Well, we don't need to give. There'd be no point in giving two numbers. Right. Thank you. I thought maybe he wasn't going to give his number. Maybe everybody just knows him. So that's why he gave his name. They're just going to go by. He knows he's well known.
Yeah.
You don't have to give your number on Dial a Deal. It sure helps you sell stuff, though.
Yeah.
And please don't try to give two numbers. Because on what basis will I choose which one to call? Just let's get one and we'll repeat it that way.
Yeah.
An 18-horse Cub Cadet 42-inch deck, $650. A two-wheel, nice big trailer, $125. And a homemade lawn roller for $20. He's at 663-4903, 663-4903. I imagine most folks use the cellular telephones these days, and long distance is kind of a thing of the past. So there's, no basis on which to, just one number is fine.
You gotta have an area code to call the person that lives next door to you now, so
Isn't that simple?
it's, yeah.
When I was a kid, there were some little towns that you just had to dial 5 digits.
Yeah.
I know my friends in St. Paul, they could call somebody else in town and just dial 5, and then they're 4. I'm sure there are other towns in the area that were like that. That's the one I'm familiar with.
Yeah. Apparently, while I was alive, my great-grandma still had a party line for a little bit.
We had a party line.
But,
We had one when I was a kid.
yeah.
And I'm not nearly as old as your granny was.
No, when I was a child, she still had that.
Understood.
Okay.
812-934-5112. More Dial a Deal is ahead.
Your garage sales with the WRBI Garage Sale Kit. Drop by our studios during business hours, and for just $20, you'll get a couple official signs, mentioned 3 days on Dial a Deal, and listed on Southeastern Indiana's most viewed website, WRBIRadio.com.
Ever had a problem with your printer or copier and you just can't seem to get the help you need from your provider? Peter Paul Office Equipment is here to help. When you call Peter Paul, you'll get reliable service on Lexmark, HP, and more. They can also keep you supplied with paper, toner, and just about everything your office needs. So call Peter Paul today and make your printing problems a thing of the past. Peter Paul Office Equipment in Batesville. Call 934-3410. 934-3410.
I'm WRBI meteorologist Paul Tropley with Southeastern Indiana's most reliable forecast. A dense fog advisory continues. Overcast and foggy early today with a high of 80. Southwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected again tonight. Slight chance for storms. Lows level off around 64. Thunderstorms likely tomorrow. Daytime highs approaching 73. Overcast skies. Currently at 64 degrees.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this seems a little fake the second time I said it. Welcome to the show. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday, everybody. What do you say I take you out tonight? We can hang it. Go out on a Tuesday? Who am I, Charlie Sheen? Winner, chicken dinner. I don't think so. Winner, Sheen dinner. Along with juice, toast, and milk as part of your balanced breakfast.
I'd like to hear that radio show right now.
Yeah, Style of Deal 812-934-5112 sponsored today.
Yeah. Spice Plus Resales Manager Special Brent. You're going to love it. 60, not 50, 60% off of all the clothes.
Holy cow, that's a big discount.
Yeah, 60%.
That's, for every, $5 you would have otherwise spent, you'll only spend $2.
There you go.
Really brings them home, huh?
Brent Nass.
812, I think if my simple North Dakota math doesn't fail me.
Yeah.
812-934-5112 for Dial a Deal. I gotta be careful saying this. I said around Superintendent Jared Burns one time in a meeting, and he kind of glared at me. Like, I'm just joking here. Well, sure, it's much better now than it was when I was there in the Stone Age.
That's right.
And then it was fine then, by the way. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Lighten up, Francis.
It's not like any of the teachers you had are still there or anything.
Exactly. How old do you think I am? 812-934-5112 for Dial a Deal. You got to be excited about this, Annie.
Okay.
Swifty's new album, Life of a Showgirl, comes out October 3rd. Excited about that?
I am.
And it's just a Friday next. A week from this Friday. And to hype it, she's already selling tickets to a movie that promotes the LP.
I'd watch it.
What a cash grab is all I can think about this.
Her name is Taylor, life of a showgirl, with streaming bundles everywhere and exclusive merch to snare. She posts the trailer to hype the drama. Swifties pack online shopping carts, maxing out their credit cards. New re-release she scores, call that a cash encore. She has bills and kindly remember a wedding to pay for at the Cash Grab-A-Rama. The same team used by Apple products at the Cash Grab-A-Rama. Those checks she's cashing to the bank, she's left in Taylor's cash wrap. It's never enough.
Yeah, she likes money. It'll play in theaters the 3rd through the 5th of October if you're dying to see that.
If they do have like a big wedding and not just like a loaf or something, they're probably going to spend more on security than they are on the actual wedding.
Oh, sure, especially these days with
Yeah.
crazy violence everywhere.
Ugh.
812-934-5112 for Dial a Deal. A lot of people think the world will end today.
Yeah.
And there's your sad uncle who thinks it ended when Hall & Oates split up. Not the end of the world, but it is awful. As someone of that generation, I will kind of agree with him there. Customs officers found human bones during a routine baggage check.
Cool.
And yet it was the 10 millionth most disturbing thing that happened in Florida that day. A Virginia woman, this is nice, donated her $150,000 Powerball prize all to charity.
Oh.
I'd like to think I'd do the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't, but I'd like to think I would.
Right. I'd give some of it, but not all of it.
And 100,000 pounds of potentially tainted seafood products have been recalled.
Great.
In related news, Red Lobster now only serves Cheddar Bay biscuits and booze. That's all you can get there, which is really all I really want for them, to be honest. I mean, a good piece of fish, you're not going there anyway.
No surf, just turf.
Right, it's just turf now. 812-934-5112 if you want to get on Dial a Deal. I love The Onion. They do it right.
Yeah.
They are hilarious.
They are.
They're not low-hilarious. They are hilarious. Satirical site, theonion.com. If you've never been to it, well, you're missing out. They recently posted this viral video of a controversial new tactic that they claim cops are employing in the Big Apple. It is the Stop and Kiss program.
Policy, which allows officers to kiss anyone who they think looks suspicious, has been the subject of criticism from those who say it's a violation of privacy and a potential breach of constitutional rights.
Throwing my stuff on the ground, kissing me on my neck and face, they push me up against the wall and start nibbling on my ear. Every time I go out and I see a cop, I'm ready for him. I'm ready to ask me questions and give me a little kiss.
Let's take a look at a disturbing cell phone video that's been making the rounds on the internet.
Stop! Put your hands on your head. Oh, come on, man. They just kissed me 2 blocks ago. Come on, man. I didn't do Shut up and let me kiss you.
The Stop and Kiss program. They love the absurd and ridiculous there.
Yeah.
They've done it for a long time, too. I remember reading them in print. You couldn't get your hands on them unless you somebody, you maybe went to school with at Ball State, maybe would bring them down. Thank you, Mike Karpowitz.
Forgot that.
Wow. It was just a newspaper. 812-934-5112 if you want to get on Dial a Deal. Listen to how this bachelorette party turned out. Savannah Harwood and her friends were fulfilling a bachelorette party dare when they asked the Salem, Massachusetts firemen to serenade the bride-to-be. The ladies, well, they found out how well he sang. They're fine. I could have done with more of him, though. He's pretty good. Kenny Tejeda. Hopefully we'll see him on America's Got Talent or something like that eventually. He's got a voice.
Yeah. Get that man signed up somewhere.
And a woman is trying to get her brother to reconsider the name he gave his kid.
Okay.
He named it Brisket.
What kind of name is that anyhow?
Yeah, the father said he came up with it while he was smoking meat. On her Reddit post, she said she thought he was joking, but her brother thinks it's a strong masculine name. So, Brisket, it may just be.
Don't do it.
812-934-5112 for Dial a Deal. Coming up on the Daily Pod, Tom Snape going to speak to one of his favorite guests, Rob Moorhead, who loves being on the radio. He is the superintendent of South Ripley Schools and East Central play-by-play football announcer. And we look forward to that. It is coming up in about 5 minutes here or so on the Daily Pod this morning. A new study shows that New York City, their rats have their own unique accent.
What?
Yeah, their squeaks are just a little different than rats you would find in, southeastern Indiana. I don't know what it sounds like. I don't know if it's like, hey, yo, I'm squeaking here. I don't know what exactly how that would manifest itself. Eli Manning has offered to help Giants rookie quarterback Jackson Dart. He wants to teach him the most graceful way to get back up after a sack. I assume that's one of the lessons he's going to be teaching him. He's had a little bit of experience with that,
Yeah.
And speaking of Eli, Michael Phelps was a guest on last night's Manning Cast, and Eli Manning and Phelps traded stories about how they get confused for each other by fans.
There's been several instances from over the years, people came up to me. They thought that I was you. They thought I was Michael Phelps. I was at Newark Airport a few years ago. This guy walks up, has pen and paper. I start to sign my name, and he's like, I'm a big fan, Michael. I'm kind of like, that's weird. I hand the paper back to him, like, I'm not Michael. He's like, you're not Michael Phelps? I'm like, no, I'm not Michael Phelps.
I won't say names, but there was an astronaut at a Super Bowl, and he came up to me in a suite, and he was like, I'm such a fan of your dad and your brother, and I was like, I have 2 sisters, like, who are you talking? And I was like, oh my God.
There you go. I guess they look a little alike in the face. I think of as, I guess they're about the same height. I just Googled that. I would think, Michael Phelps is like an Adonis, but maybe he stopped working out. He's not competing anymore,
Well, yeah. They've got the same, they did for a while, probably have the same hairstyle. I remember that.
They kind of have that face that looks like there's a chromosome issue there.
They got punched in the nose too many times.
I guess. NASA's Mars rover found rocks with unusual speckled patterns. They suggest the possibility of past life.
Oh, way.
More proof, aliens also had a granite countertop face.
I'm still not living there.
Speckled rocks. 812-934-5112 for Dial a Deal.
We call ourselves Hoosiers. Like
Hoosier history highlight for you today was actually on yesterday's date in 1901, September the 22nd of that year, that Alan Rocky Lane was born in Mishawaka, Indiana. He grew up to be a movie cowboy in over 100 films. But his most famous role was that of the voice of the talking horse, Mr. Ed, on television.
What?
I am Mr. Ed.
No, do you mean to tell me that wasn't a horse?
No, it wasn't the horse. It was Rocky. It was Hoosier Rocky Lane.
I learned so much on this program.
Oh, man. 812-934-5112 for Dial a Deal. Last call for calls. And I have something interesting for you as we head into the spookiest season of all. It didn't have to be spooky. This is a list of family Halloween films for every age range.
Okay.
Courtesy of timeout.com. I'll just hit the highlights because we're out of time essentially here. The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. This music comes from that movie. It tops it for little kids, 2 to 7. And I would argue it's great for all ages too.
Tops it for every demo, but okay.
Other number ones, big kids, 7 to 12, they say, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Tweens, Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
And teens, Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So if you want to check out more on that, timeout.com in case you don't want to do the scary films in your household, or maybe you just don't have, maybe it's not that you don't want to do it, maybe the kids aren't really ready for that yet.
Peanuts are for everybody.
Back to the wedding area. I guess I should have done this when I talked about the other one. Camila Cabello met a bride-to-be and her family at a hotel bar in Iowa last week. As Don Fisher says, Iowa.
Yeah.
After learning that her song First Man was going to be used for the daddy-daughter dance, she offered to perform it live, and she did.
I got to meet my family. I got to meet my amazing dad, Mike.
This is her at the wedding.
And First Man is a really special song to me. It's a song that I wrote about my dad and about the moment that I get married, which I have not been married yet, but I want it to be my home.
WRBI, keeping you informed.
ABC News.